Hello, Cancer. Welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading for whom I'm dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, Theyre Tarot. She should review as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Who is this? Who is this, Cancer? That was by design. That right there was by design. One more and I'll jump into this. Yeah, by design. So right away, Cancer, what they do show me, they're definitely in some sort of pursuit of something. But energetically speaking, they are showing up very exhausted, very tired. They know they have to keep going, which they're doing. I feel like for them, there is something here, a little bit about a balancing act, and I'm not too sure what is going on regarding their finances or the pursuit, but they're considering what their next step or plan of action is going to be. And this is where it's a little interesting, because for them, they are who they are and they've done what they've done. But for some reason, there is this kind of hyper fixation on what they have, like their material possessions, if you will. I don't know what's going on. You know, it could just be money problems or money difficulties, but they're working with it. They're working through it. They're kind of saying, I'm in a little bit of a pinch. I'm in a little bit of a financial bind, but I'm working on possibly some sort of solution as how to kind of turn this around for myself very quickly. So I feel like for them, what they're saying is, you know what? I have an idea. Let me kind of just move forward. I have an idea. They clearly thought about this, and they're kind of saying, you know what? Something needs to be removed. Something needs to be changed. Something needs to be cleared out. I don't exactly know what that is, but they have the idea, they sit with it, they think about it, they move forward with it, they do it, and they're kind of saying, yes, something clearly works. Something clearly works there. So I don't know what that change was that they chose to kind of let go of, but they cleared something out and got something in return. Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of makes me think of when someone liquidates something, or someone kind of, you know, sells everything they got to kind of, you know, stack up or bring more in, financially speaking. I wonder what that is. It almost kind of seems like something may seem even or be interchangeable. Interchangeable. Ooh, goodness. Jeez. How does that make sense? What? What? One more, I'll jump back into this. Oh, geez. That's something right there. That is something right there. They've learned something here. They've realized something. Through the process of whatever this is, whether it is a liquidation of assets or some sort of financial thing or investments, they realized something pretty major that they are wanting to kind of say, you know what? As I just saw 555 on the clock, they're kind of going back in time here. They're going back in time, but it's more so to bring something from the past into the present. But they still strongly want and desire to kind of create or have for themselves, which once again, it does feel like some sort of financial pursuit or some type of potential for more finances of some type. Even though they're not too kind of sure what the future holds or where this ultimately will go, they're saying, you know what, I'm willing to kind of, ride this out and wing it and see where it goes. Well, they find out very quickly, like, it's not going. It's like, how's it going? It's not going. And so there is this consideration of, kind of like, phone a friend. That's you, Cancer. They're phoning a friend, and that's you. Now, whatever this collaborative situation is between the two of you, for some reason, the two of you getting together on this, or maybe multiple people, they're saying that's not going as well, to the point where many people on this situation is just nothing's clearer. Nothing's kind of getting cleared up. In fact, it's actually quite the opposite. It's almost like, well, what do you think? I don't know. Well, what do you think? Well, okay, well, we've all kind of looked at it and, in a sense, what's it called? The consensus, or what everyone kind of thinks all together. It's just not good news. So, interestingly enough, they are saying, you know what? It's painful. It's difficult to realize and accept, but they accept it, and that's what's interesting. They're kind of like, yeah, and they kind of just drop it. And that's what's interesting. It almost kind of seems and it feels like it gets them further into their own instincts to kind of trust themselves about what they are taking care of, even though they kind of show me what they're feeling for themselves and what they are trying to accomplish and pull off here, in a sense. Just even trying to work with whatever this pursuit or goal is complicated and very much so a challenge to them, to the point where it's kind of like they feel like they're a little bit in over their head, and I'm not too sure why, but it's almost like because they can't seem to, it's interesting. They can't figure this out with you, Cancer, but they can't figure this out without you as well. Interesting. I'm not going to say it's like one of those situations like damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's just for some reason, it's like either road, either path doesn't necessarily look, in a sense for them, for their situation, beneficial. There may be some sort of conflict or fight or argument there, but I don't know. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it could be between the two of you. Goodness gracious. It's given them a whole lot of perspective, though. It definitely is. It's given them a whole lot of perspective and clarity. And I feel like for them, once again, it goes back to them having to address like where they're truly at emotionally and mentally, and what they kind of see with how things are moving forward. And there is the two of you next to each other somehow. But whatever's going on with the two of you together, or multiple people here, there's a lot of stress and anxiety as to where this is headed and where things are going. I honestly don't know. This is very kind of non-specific. Could be about a living situation, could be about a business or a foundation, don't exactly know, or maybe just work, work stuff. But of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with a fire sign, an air sign, an earth sign, or a water sign. Goodbye.